The Duke of Norfolk spills why Charles banned Meghan from the coronation. She cranked Harry up with drugs in order to ruin the king's day. From arranging state funerals to the accession council, Edward Fitzalan-Howard holds a heavy hereditary duty. The man in charge of organising the king's coronation in May comes from a long line of family members who've borne the same responsibility for generations. In his role as Earl Marshal, the 18th Duke of Norfolk holds a hereditary duty for arranging the state funerals of sovereigns, as well as the accession and coronations of new monarchs. The position, which is traditionally held by the highest ranking duke in the country, bears immense responsibility, particularly when organising the first coronation of a monarch in 70 years. A source close to Earl Marshal reveals that Prince Harry faces a hellish decision, which will see him have to pick between Meghan Markle and King Charles. Having ticked the attending box on his father King Charles's coronation invite, we know that the Duke is set to show up for the historic occasion, while his wife Meghan was uninvited. The king wanted his son there but didn't want Meghan because she was the one who always caused trouble. If she were there, Harry would go hysterical, so getting rid of Meghan is the best way. There are serious concerns about Harry's behaviour as well. Anyone reading Spare in his account about attacking his father knows that Harry is dangerous. Because he's delusional and drug addicted, he has terrible judgment, he's paranoid and filled with hate. His behaviour might be toned down without Meghan there. She totally cranks him up and encourages his drug use. Spare was heavily edited by Meghan and her word salad. He's also off his face because Meghan and her mother keep him that way. If Harry escapes her, he'll calm down. Harry's a puppet and reflects those that he's around. Moreover, Harry's invitation was unlike other invitations. His came with a list of conditions. The conditions included surrender of electronic devices such as cell phones, cameras and audio recorders, physical security sweep. There were likely other punitive measures. For example, he'd be escorted immediately to the airport and sent back to America should there be any breach in protocol. Also, there'd be a formal dress code for the Duke, no coronet, no uniform, and there'd be restrictions on where he could move, where he could stand. Will Harry race back after the coronation when the holy oil on Charles's forehead isn't even dry, to be back in time for his son Archie's 4th birthday? Or will he try and use the solo trip to do a spot of fence mending with his dear old father? There have been decidedly mixed signals of light when it comes to working out how exactly things stand between Charles and Harry. Prince Harry is reportedly desperate to be at King Charles's coronation and is hoping to use his trip to build bridges with his father and the royal family, the Sun reported. The Duke of Sussex made repeated attempts to contact the king to discuss plans before he comes, the report claimed, citing royal sources. King Charles hasn't responded to the requests as he remains busy with organising the ceremony, but has remained receptive, it added. The report also claimed that Prince Harry misses some aspects of British life and may start spending more time in the UK while he lives in the US with his wife Meghan Markle and the 2 children. Harry was desperate to come back for the coronation and spend quality time with his family, the reporter said, adding there's a willingness and wanting to mend on both sides.